What's up, all you legends? Welcome back to part 8 of our Pokemon Dark Worship walkthrough. We just made our way to Route 7, which we've unlocked, and here are some of the Pokemon we can find in this route. Poliwag is pretty cool, Emolga, Trubbish. Trubbish is an interesting one. Morlul is a cool psychic and grass type, I believe. And here we've just encountered Robert, and he said his Chimchar ran away. And I remember in the previous video, we came across a Chimchar out in one of the previous routes. So he wants our help. He wants to know if we can help find him. I think that will be an easy challenge for us. So let's go grab his Chimchar quickly. And like I was saying, in the previous video, we unlocked Z moves, which is really cool. So now we've got Z power moves in battle. We also took on the gym leader Vince, the fairy type gym leader, and we earned a gym badge there. And we also had to battle some dark worship grunts in the museum that were causing havoc. So here we've picked up the Chimchar. You do have to make sure you have room in your party to collect it. If you have a full team of 6, you won't be able to collect it, so just keep that in mind for this mission. Deposit one of your Pokemon in the Pokemon Center in the PC so you've got room to pick it up, and put it in the front of your party. And then come back to Robert and you can give him his Chimchar back. It is holding an item, so I don't know what item it was. Maybe you can take that item from it if it's something cool. And Robert is really thankful, so he gives us a little gift. We got an Electrium Z, so now we can use electric type Z moves, which is really cool. Z moves are quite powerful, as we saw in the previous video. But now we can explore Route 7, and I think we've got to make our way to the next town, which is one of the islands, which is pretty exciting. We haven't got Surf yet, so hopefully we can get Surf soon. Otherwise, I'm not sure how we're going to get to the island. So we'll just continue. We'll see where Route 7 leads us. And this guy said he'll give us a bicycle if we give him a bike voucher. So I haven't come across a bike voucher yet. We'll have to go back to one of the previous towns. And here this guy said he'll give us a Fennekin if we can give him a Twisted Spoon, a Psychic Gem, and 10,000 Pokemoney. So Fennekin is one of my favorite fire types, as it's a fire and psychic type, which is a super strong combination. Probably my favorite combination, fire and psychic. It's a super beast of a Pokemon. So I'm not sure. I'll consider going back and picking up a Fennekin. I'm not 100% sure if I'll add it to my team yet. And we've just been battling a couple trainers, leveling up my Pokemon, as our level cap has been increased since we defeated the last gym leader. So my Pokemon have got a lot of work to do. We got to train them up, level them up, and get them nice and strong. And here we just picked up an Iron Plate, which is a hold item, so it will boost up Steel-type moves. And it looks like that's all there is to explore up there. So let's go south. Okay, we've made it to Route 8, so there could be some cool Pokemon there. Let's have a look around. Okay, let's see what Pokemon, and it looks like Blue is here. So here you can get Elgyem, which is a really cool Pokemon, Ekans, Helioptile, Shinx, Totodile. Totodile is my favorite water type, or one of my favorites. And here we have found Blue. He said he's on his way to Capri City, and he's looking for a Pokemon that he wants to add to his team. He wants a Lucario. And if you have a Lucario, he'll trade you a type Nell. And I actually do have a Lucario. And he only offers this deal once, so if you don't have Lucario in your team when you talk to him, you won't be able to trade him. So just keep that in mind. Get Lucario in your team beforehand, because type Null is an absolute beast. It is a beast of a Pokemon in this game. You want type Null. I'll talk about its advantages a bit later. But now let's get into battle mode. We've got Corviknight, which we're going to fight first. Blue sent out a level 44 Corviknight. The first Pokemon on my team is one of my strongest, Blaziken, which is now level 50. But Corviknight one-shotted me and knocked out my Blaziken, but in doing so, it knocked out itself. And Scolipede leveled up, so that's a bonus. Scolipede is now also level 50. And let's see who the next Pokemon Blue sends out. I'm not sure who to send out myself. Let's go with Graplocked, our fighting-type Pokemon. And Blue sent out Sceptile, which is level 45. So luckily my Pokemon seem to be leveled up higher than Blue's. We should have a little bit of an advantage, but Sceptile Mega Evolved. But luckily its attack didn't cause that much damage. Let's test out our Z-Power move again, All Out Plummeling. And we one-shotted Mega Sceptile. That's what I mean, Z-Power moves are super strong, especially if you got the right type advantage. And the next Pokemon up was Obstagoon. Blue sent out Obstagoon level 45. And it knocked out my Graplocked. But luckily it got burnt as well. So we still got 4 Pokemon left. My type now I just traded for, so it's only level 30. And it's got no EV points, so it's going to be super weak. I'm going to go with Scolipede, which is probably my second strongest Pokemon, just because its stats are the highest. It's got really high IV stats. It's just one that I caught by luck early on in the game. And my Scolipede is about to knock out Obstagoon. But Rival Blue used a full restore. It seems all the tough boss battles, they use at least 2 or 3 full restores. So you have to keep that in mind when planning your battle as well. It generally always use 2 or 3, even the gym leaders. So you've got to be prepared for that as well. And my Scolipede got knocked out, but now I've sent out my level 50 Marowak, which has done the job. Goodbye, Obstagoon. And Marowak leveled up to level 51, and type Null leveled up, so we gotta train him up carefully, get him pretty strong. And Blue's next Pokemon is Gastrodon, which is an annoying one. It's a strong Pokemon. It's got some unique attacks and a unique typing. And it did a lot of damage to my Marowak, but it's still hanging in there, but the poison knocks it out. Now it's time for Feraligatr to come out and handle business. Come on, Feraligatr. Its water gun is causing a little bit of damage. And Feraligatr was poisoned as well, so that's not good news. Hopefully our Crunch does more damage. And Gastrodon has the move Recover, so it's healing itself as soon as we're about to knock it out. It's an annoying Pokemon to battle. And it knows Earthquake, a ground-type attack. So hopefully Feraligatr can knock it out. Please don't use Rest. Oh no, use Recover. Okay, this is gonna be a long battle. We're gonna have to try and knock it out somehow, otherwise we're gonna have to swap out. Okay, I've only got 1 Pokemon left, and my type Null cannot battle, so I've got to use a full heal on Feraligatr and keep him alive. It's gonna take a while, but we're gonna have to just fight it out. 1 Pokemon left, we're just gonna have to keep damaging, and that's what we needed, a critical hit. We knocked out Gastrodon before it could recover. And Blue's final Pokemon is Escavalier, which is level 44. It's a Steel type, I believe. Hopefully my Feraligatr can knock it out, otherwise we're gonna have to revive one of my other Pokemon that have been knocked out. Let's just see what items I have here. Okay, yes, let's revive Blaziken, because fire attacks will be very effective. And hopefully Blaziken will attack fast, because its speed is pretty high. If we can get one fire attack in, we should knock it out. Boom! Super effective! Din 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 din! We defeated Trainer Blue. That was a pretty tough battle. I did have to revive my Blaziken, and he gave us HMO3 Surf, so that's exactly what we needed to reach the next area. So that's really cool. We can teach Surf to one of our Pokemon, and we can go and explore the seas. Hopefully we can find this island. I believe there are 2 or 3 little islands south of here, so we'll just wander about and see what we come across. And there are little spots where you can come ashore and search the area and battle a few trainers. Like I said in the previous videos, there are so many items hiding in the stones and things. And there is a mission that we will be taking on where we have to find all the seashells. There's a number of seashells we have to find, so just keep that in mind when going down to this island. We do come across a lot of areas here where there's shells. We're gonna have to come back here and search all of them until we collect all of the shells. Okay, it looks like we've reached an area here, and it's got a little cave. So this is Frigost Cave. I'm not sure where this goes, or if it goes somewhere, but let's see what Pokemon in here. Okay, we got a Grimer, Graveler, Yanmask, Stunfisk, Phanpy, Morpeko, and a Larvitar. Okay, some awesome Pokemon in the Frigost Cave. And this is just the first floor, so I take it there are going to be a couple floors of this cave. And we just picked up an energy root. So let's do some exploring. There's going to be a couple trainers for us to battle, and we'll see where this cave comes out. Hopefully we come out in the correct area. And here we can cut a tree down, and we picked up 5 grass gems. That is a lot of grass gems. I'm sure we'll be able to sell 1 or 2 of those for some decent Poke money. And we picked up a rare bone hiding in that rock. Okay, we've reached another cave entrance. And whoa, it looks like that's an Abomasnow. And for this Abomasnow, it's kind of like a puzzle. So I just did it in 2 parts, so you guys know how to do it. But it took me about 5 minutes to figure out the puzzle, because when you talk to Abomasnow, he runs away in a certain direction. And depending on which direction you talk to him, it will move in another direction. So you have to go and talk to Abomasnow twice, but you have to face the right way and talk to the Abomasnow in the right direction, and then you'll get him cornered between the rocks so you can't escape. Otherwise, you just keep going in circles if you do the wrong part of the puzzle. So just go back to where I entered the cave here and see where I spoke to Abomasnow and which direction I was facing and he was facing. And if you can just do the 2 directions correctly, you'll corner him, and we caught him, which is really cool. So that was just a nice little side puzzle. And yeah, like I said, it did take me 5 minutes to try to figure out before recording. And we've made it to the 2nd floor. Here are some awesome Ice-type Pokemon, even a Sneasler and Oshawott and Lapras. So if you were waiting for a strong Water-type or Ice-type Pokemon to add to your team, now's your chance. You'll be able to catch some strong Pokemon. And a nurse there has healed our Pokemon, which we desperately needed. So at least we got a full team again that's ready to go. And I did spend a bit of time here catching a Lapras, because Lapras is one of my favorite water types. I also caught an Oshawott and Sneasler. I'm not sure if I'm going to add them to my team, but if I come across any cool Pokemon, I like to try catch a strong one and then just keep it in the PC. And if I want to use it later down the line, I can train him up a bit, level him up so he's ready for battle. It's good to keep a whole team of 6 Pokemon as backup, just in your PC that you keep training once in a while and swapping in and out. Wait a minute, you were going to Capri City, weren't you? I'm sorry to tell you, but you're not going to get there. You better give up. Okay, so it looks like this guy's gonna fight us, but we can't see what his name is. It's all just question marks. But he's got a Charizard. You're challenged by trainer Elaine. Okay, so we're fighting trainer Elaine, and his first Pokemon is a Nidoking, level 47. Nidoking is one of my favorite Pokemon as well. And it knocked out my Marowak in one shot. My Scolipede is already knocked out. I wasn't expecting a tough battle in the middle of the cave. So now, we need Blaziken to do some damage. Oh, Blaziken was knocked out in one shot. Things are not looking good. I need one of my Pokemon to take out, like, 3 of his Pokemon for us to stand a chance. And Elaine used a full restore as well. How are we gonna get this Nidoking out the way? Yes! Okay, for Alligator one-shotted Nidoking. Thank goodness, for Alligator. We need you. Yes, and he sent out Charizard. And, uh-oh, it's Mega Evolving. Whoa! Mega evolved into Charizard X, I believe. Mega Charizard X. This is the coolest looking Charizard, black with the blue flames. And my Feraligator's water attacks aren't even doing crazy damage. This Charizard is strong. Normally it would one-shot a fire-type Pokemon, but it's doing like a third of Charizard's health only. A third damage. Okay, and it used a full restore, but there we go, we got a critical hit in. We took out Charizard, Mega Charizard X, and Elaine's only got 3 Pokemon left, so we might have a chance actually. We're hanging in there. Elaine's next Pokemon is a level 47 Metagross. Feraligator got knocked out, but he did a great job. Feraligator literally brought us back into this battle and knocked out Nidoking and Mega Charizard X, so I can't complain. But we are short of Pokemon. I'm down to just Graplocked, so we are gonna revive Blaziken. And Grablock got one-shotted as well, so it's down to Blaziken now. Luckily, Blaziken normally attacks first, and his attack is super strong, so he's kind of like a sniper. He just one-shots people. And my type now is still nowhere strong enough for a big battle, so he's just going to be used there in case I need to revive other Pokemon. And Elaine's next Pokemon is a level 48 Unpheasant. And it knocks out my Blaziken, but we did cause a lot of damage. So now we just got type Null, which I'm just gonna use to revive a Pokemon. I think we should revive Blaziken again. Okay, but let's go with Graplock first, because I think Unpheasant is a normal type, so maybe fighting type attacks will be pretty effective against it. I don't know what Elaine's last Pokemon is, but if we can, I'll try to revive another Pokemon too. Okay, type Null actually survived one shot, which I'm surprised about, and caused a little bit of damage, so not bad for a weak level 32 Pokemon. Okay, Graplock, come on. We need you to shine now. Knock out this Unpheasant. Ooh, we just hang in there with 5 health. Thank goodness for that. And we knock out Unpheasant, but we are not looking great. And Elaine's final Pokemon is a level 49 Zoroark. This is Elaine's strongest Pokemon, level 49, and its speed is crazy. Zoroark is a really strong Pokemon, and it's really cool. I think we should try use a Z-type move if we can. Maybe we'll be able to knock it out. So come on, Z-power move, we're gonna use all-out pummeling, smashed Zorok a couple times, and yes, super effective, knocked him out. If we didn't knock him out that round, we would have lost. So thank goodness we destroyed and defeated Elaine. Okay, but here it says his name is Alain, so I'm not sure if it's Elaine or Alain, but we'll go with Elaine. And he said he's already going on his way to Capri City. I'm not sure if Capri City is where we're meant to go, but we'll just see if we can end up there and if the route's not blocked. And here there's a police officer. He said the path is temporarily blocked, so we can't go that way. Hopefully there is some other way out. Okay, we've made it to the 3rd floor of Frigost Cave. And here we have more ice and water type Pokemon. Slowbro. Ice Q is actually one of my favorite Pokemon to it. Ice Q is pretty similar to Mimikyu with its ability. Like Mimikyu, when you attack it the first time, it does hardly any damage, and then you can start attacking it properly from the 2nd turn. It's the same with Ice Q. Your first hit just kind of breaks the ice around his head and causes no damage, and then you can start actually causing damage after that, so they get like 1 free hit that they can take, which is a pretty big advantage in this game. So if you're looking for a unique water type and ice type, maybe consider Ice Cube. Just because of that super strong ability, you basically get like a free shot in without taking any damage. Okay, we've battled a couple more trainers. Luckily my Pokemon are getting really strong from all of these battles. And my Pokemon have been leveled up higher than all of these people, which has helped us a bit. Okay, we picked up a Power Anklet and a Revive. But if you pick up this item, you do have to go all the way through this little ice puzzle again to get back on path. And this ice puzzle also took me a little bit of time to figure out, but that one's not all that difficult. I definitely struggled with the Bomber Snow puzzle a little bit more. Okay, and it looks like we've made it to another floor of Frigost Cave. I'm not sure how many floors are in this cave, but it kind of looks like there's boxes here and barrels. I don't know, it kind of looks like TNT or something, unless they're just barrels. Not sure what they are. But we've made it out. Okay, we're out of the cave and we're on Route 9. And this must be the snowy region. Everywhere is white, covered in snow, and it looks really beautiful. There are some awesome Pokemon for us to find on Route 9, including a Sobble, which is one of the starter Pokemon, the water Pokemon Sobble. When it cries, it goes invisible, which is pretty cool. So we've already come across a ton of water and ice Pokemon. There's bound to be one that you want to add to your team just from this video. Okay, now let's see where we are going. We're just trying to follow the path and see if we end up at one of the cities. Aha, there we are. We're at Capri City. So this must be the Snow City. And here we've come across Elaine again. And Elaine told us that the gym leader has been kidnapped in Capri City. And the location of the thugs are at the outskirts of the city. So we won't be able to battle the gym leader. We first need to try save her from these kidnappers. I bet it's the Dark Worship crew that are behind this kidnapping. But now I think we should just explore Capri City a bit. Let's see what all there is to do. See if there's any cool side missions like this one. And see what items we can find. After we've explored the city a bit, we'll try see if we can find the gym leader and figure out where she has been kidnapped or he's been kidnapped. Did you know if you give an ice stone to a lowland Vulpix, it will evolve into a lowland Ninetales? Okay, that's pretty cool info. It's pretty useful chatting to people because sometimes they tell you how to evolve certain Pokemon. Some of that information can be quite useful. I am a retired move relearner. I am a retired move deleter. I can't wonder where those people went. Why worry about tomorrow if it ends the day after tomorrow? Good point there. Okay, and here's Ruth. She makes, like, potions or something. So just keep that in mind. We might have to come back to this woman later on in the game. This guy says he will trade us an A-patch for 5 bottle caps. And I finally figured out how to get bottle caps easily. In the first or I think the second video, we spoke to someone who said Rattata and Raticate can hold bottle caps. But I figured out that a good way to get bottle caps is to catch Meowths. A lot of Meowths are holding bottle caps. So if you go catch a couple Meowths, there's a good chance that you'll get them holding a bottle cap, and that's a good way to collect bottle caps and also to sell them to make money, because bottle caps are worth quite a bit. Okay, and now in this part of the game, we took on a side quest. A lady said her house was infested with rats, so we agreed to help her, and we're going to battle every single Raticate and get her house clean again. All the Raticates are level 40, and I did it in super hyper speed, otherwise you would have died with boredom. But there we go, we knocked out all the Raticates. We got an awesome TM as a reward. We're going to end off the video here. Thanks for watching.